One happy Monday to you. We'll start in a minute. Get your coffee and buckle up.
Always ending, always compounding life, building reality favor.
I got all right. I hope you're ready for this. All right. Hi everybody. How y'all doing today? It's Monday. It's Monday. I got some news for you, and I got a concept for you. Let me flip this. There we go. Now you can read it together. I got so much I want to get into, guys. But how's your weekend first? Let's ease into this. It's like I want to get us going down the freeway at 100 miles an hour. Because there's a certain rate at which you have to experience what is actually happening in the world. But if I just go straight into that, I don't know. You might black out. I did call this one becoming a heat-seeking missile, and I will reference this throughout. Where is it? Here it is. I'm not talking about a heat-seeking missile because of the apparent ceasefire, even though I would like to see a ceasefire in the Middle East. I'm saying it's like this, guys. You got a heat-seeking missile chasing down an object. But here's why I bring it up, is because the heat-seeking missile is doing something, it's getting feedback, and it's course correcting. Okay? In case you didn't make the leap in your life, there's certain things you'll be doing, and you will course correct to make them happen. This is going to be deep, so drink your coffee, get your brain firing. Ready for this? You didn't actually set the target right. Right now, you optimize for the wrong thing. Right now, look at your week ahead. How much stuff in your calendar is actually building a better life for you in a better world? Maybe it's like 3 things out of the whole week. Why isn't it every hour of every day is optimizing for the best life? Weird, right? That's weird. Not that you're at fault. I'm just saying you got programmed. You got you and you got the object. You're the heat-seeking missile and this is your target. And you will shoot and you will optimize and it'll move and you'll have to course correct till eventually you hit it. The thing is, the target you're locked in on is not the thing you actually want. That's my point. What are you optimizing for? Do you even know what optimizing actually means? So we'll get into that in a minute. But I just want to make sure that was clear. I'm going to go more in depth in this episode on that. But check this out, guys. Actually, first, no. We ain't going straight into that. We're going into this one. Check this out. See this? You gotta watch this. Oh man. Look at that. That's getting. That is getting realistic. What's the implication of that? Like, is your brain on? Are your eyes open? Your ears open? Are you hearing this? Are you seeing this? What happens in 5 years? Like, if you see that and your first thought is, oh, that's kind of crazy. They have humanoid robots. Yeah, still looks kind of fake. If that is your first thought, you failed the test. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. But you failed the test. Look at that with what's called depth of vision. What happens to society when the robots look so realistic you can't tell if you're talking to a fucking robot? And again, you go, that sounds like science fiction. That sounds crazy. That sounds like something I saw in a movie on Netflix one time. And then you realize, wait, like I'm sure you were around long enough that you remember the first iPhone or the first iPhone. It sucked compared to whatever I have in, well, it's over there in my room. The iPhone 15 or 16 or whatever they're on now is freaking good. Right? Remember how computers used to be? Kind of slow, not very good. Now they're very, very good. Now they have computers in Meta Ray-Ban glasses. This is what's called the exponential curve of technology. What happens in 5 years when now you don't know if you're talking to a human being? Do you think the average person is going to go insane? Yes, unless we change the culture, change education. So I like to show these because again, obviously it's a robot. I get it. But dang, that looks way more realistic than the one I saw last year. Like, can you extrapolate? Do you see what happens when you go to the mall and someone comes up to you and it's like, "Hey, I like your shirt." You're like, at a certain point, you're gonna be like, "Is this a robot?" Like, what's gonna happen? What's preventing these companies now from replacing you? What makes you human? Hmm? So, in case you need a little news update, that's one. So, shout out to these Chinese robot companies. People straight up are gonna have like slaves in their home. I know that sounds it's kind of a crude statement, but people are going to have these robots in their home. And they're going to be the people that now have a robot that looks like a human, and they are going to treat it like a slave. Now, you could say, well, it's just a robot, though. It's not like actual slavery where it's actual human beings. Look, I get that. But what are we participating in overall with that? Like, do you see how it's still a messed up pattern? Right? You see how it's still a certain level of us looking at reality and going, I want that thing to do shit for me. Instead of, hey, what am I optimizing for? Like, we have a homestead, we have chickens. I have a chicken mobile coop. Once a day, I go out there to check on them. I usually bring my son. It's very heavy. It is designed to keep out predators, and it has four wheels on it. And I get to move it once a day to bring him to fresh grass. I am sure at some point I could have a robot do that for me. I don't want or need a robot to do that for me. I could have the robot go get eggs, or I could teach my son how to go get eggs, and then he can pet the chicken and he can have fun and laugh and run around. What is life, really? What are you optimizing for? Back to my title about a heat seeking missile. What is the target you're locked in on and optimizing for? Right? Like, I'm sore today because I had to move that mobile chicken coop a lot yesterday, and I'm grateful for it. I like when I feel sore. Life is not as good if I'm just like laying in bed. Here's red pill. Ready? Ready for the red pill? Stop trying to recreate the old. There was times in your life where you had less responsibility, less cares. You're like, oh, if I could just go back, if I could just go back to where the way things were, right? We do this individually, we do this collectively. If I could just go back to like high school, man, when I had no cares in the world. If I could just go back to college when I could just get drunk on a Thursday and not have a hangover on Friday. If I could just go back to childhood when all I had to do was watch cartoons on a Saturday morning. Like we have this, the heat seeking missile wants to go back in time. So we get all scrambled. But that's called a time loop. And guess what happens? You recreate more shit. And then we don't get the message of the day, which the message of the day is I need you to step up. That's what life is telling you right now. I need you to step up. I need you to take more responsibility. I need you to take your life seriously. I need you to lock in. I need you to uplevel your friend group. I need you to stop polluting the freaking planet. I need you to create a more sustainable world for the kids. But then our mind, it's like this little devil in our mind, and it goes, just chill, man. Just chill. Just sleep in. It's comfortable. It's good for you to sleep in. You probably need 9 hours of sleep, actually. Like, and you're laying in bed and you're like, I don't really want to get out. But I'm telling you, you have patterns in you. You have an electrical nervous system in you. You have memories in you that want to go back to when times were quote unquote easier. You had less responsibility. It was more fun. And so you try and go back instead of embracing the fact that it's like that way is closed. There's no way out of here. You ever watch Lord of the Rings? It's like the scene where they're going into the mines. It's in the first movie. They're going into the mines. Well, they're trying to go up the mountain, and that mountain wasn't working. It was like dudes like throwing lightning bolts at them, all that. So they go, shit, we got to go through the mines. So then they go back around, they go into the mines, and then they're like scared. Like, we're really about to go through this mountain. And then that thing happens where then all the rocks come in. And there ain't no turning back. I'm telling you, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. In case you've been living under a rock. Guys, Elon Musk predicts AI will replace coders before tradespeople. He doesn't say, I'm making sure no tradespeople are going to be replaced by AI. No, he's like, it's going to be coders first and then tradespeople. So everyone out there going, oh, I'll just be an electrician. I'll just be a plumber. I'll be good. No, you won't. You're going to have to become an educator. It's the only safe profession out there. Man, Trump claims Israel and Iran seek ceasefire amid missile strikes. Dude, have you ever read 1984? It's like War is Peace. It's like the contradiction of the book. I forget the other ones. What is the 1984 quotes? Slavery, freedom is slavery. The primary slogan of the ruling party. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. War is peace. Trump claims Israel and Iran seek ceasefire amid missile strikes. Freedom is slavery. Wow. It's like when Elon puts out, look at Grok. Wow, Grok can now create. Here's an example. Look at this one. UK gives tech giants 3 months to block nude images on kids' devices. What? Like, what is that? 3 months? Why do you need 3 months? Why was it there in the first place? But look, it's like freedom and slavery. People think, I mean, I went in on this on Friday of last week, episode 249, or sorry, episode 49. Of people think freedom is the ability to just go do shit. It's like, oh, I'm free, therefore I can just go take a shit in the floor. It's like, that's stupid. But that's what you're doing with your life right now. It's like just working some job, just trying to pay the bills, all that. And I get it. Like that's what you get conditioned into. But I'm telling you, life is asking you, life is telling you to lock in. It is go time. It is game time. The time to chill was back in 2019 before COVID started. And ignorance is strength, aka use the AI to think for you. Just use ChatGPT, bro. Have ChatGPT write your marketing campaign, huh? No, Jess and I. It's funny. So Jess and I are really building out her Instagram, and it's awesome to see. And we were looking at some different pages that were like, oh, this person's kind of cool. This got some cool insights over here and over there, and because it's unique in what Jessica's doing, so you can't model it really on anyone. And then we noticed one of the pages had a DM that was so obviously AI. But to the average person, they may not actually see it, but it was very clearly AI. And in that moment, both Jess and I, we look at each other, we're like, yo, screw all of this AI slop bullshit. Like, I'm like, Jess, help me with like how do you want to think through like this video? Because we're making some new videos on her page and everything. And it's so cool. It's literally just from Jessica. I mean, I'll give some angles or some questions or kind of how we could look at it, but it's literally just coming from her. And Jess is fucking clear. Like if you want to talk to someone who's very, very, very clear on what will help you move forward and what it's going to take to actually change, it's awesome. And then we made this video. She made this video. I was like, hey, you should open it with like this concept and then just do with it what you will. And I was watching it and I was realizing that is something no AI is going to be able to do. Okay, so there's this AI called HeyGen. Let me actually just show you AI influencer Instagram pages. Let's look at this. Okay, this one. This one's pretty obviously fake. This is weird, right? So day one of a breakup, and I already did the wine plus candle plus mirror selfie thing. Send tips, please. So this is obviously an AI. I don't. These are probably AIs responding to. Can't really tell. Here's an example. Okay, this is an AI. It looks pretty real, but it's an AI. I'm telling you, there's a certain like texture of the image. You can see it. We will likely hit a point where you can't tell. Like these ones are pretty obviously AI. Some of them though are getting freaky good. But I'm gonna make a point here. Yeah, this one, the pink hair girl. You wanna know what's messed up? There are gonna be guys that get off to this. So I'm trying to find a video. Is she gonna talk in this?
Takes will make your stylist cry. Quiet luxury is just expensive boring. If nobody notices what you're wearing, what's the point? Matching your bag to your shoes is the most embarrassing thing you can.
Okay. So that right there. You see how over time that could look pretty, it could look more realistic. Kind of like I was talking about earlier, that the Chinese robots that look like humans, like straight up they're going to be able to look like humans. Guess what these things won't have? Self-expression. If you watch the videos that my wife makes, she's one example. There are others of the people in our community where when your actual expression comes through as who you are as life and you're speaking through the camera or in person to the person in front of you, you're looking. I talked about this in many episodes ago, but pro tip, look into the black part of someone's eyes and you can actually get through to them as who they are. Like there's a spark of life in them, there's a spark of life within me. You can pull it out. You're like, wake up, mofo. Time to take your life seriously. Are you just an NPC or are you here to be alive? That is something obviously an AI can never do because it's not alive. But I'm seeing the need for real expression and I'm seeing the backlash of the AI too. So this is very interesting what's happening. But yeah, I'm telling you, yo, what are you going to optimize for? When I titled this Become the Heat Seeking Missile, the question is, what are you optimizing for? What's the target you're going to hit? Check this out. Here's an example of my friend said this to me. He goes, this isn't the flex they think it is. Look at these kids.
Up until now, dropshipping has been the easiest way to make money. Today, it's building apps. That's why we launched 10x, Shopify for mobile apps.
We're introducing a new set of features designed to help you take your app from idea to profit in record time. Automated testing. 10x catches issues.
Okay. I'm not going to watch your ad. In case you are only listening and not seeing the screen, these boys look like they are probably 14. I don't know exactly, but okay. I respect the fact that they are looking to try and do something. They're not just sitting there playing Fortnite all day. Who knows? Maybe they are. But my point is, first, yeah, this is not the flex they thought it is. As someone who has made lots of money in dropshipping, they go, the easiest way to make money? Dropshipping ain't easy. When you have the vocabulary, it's easy, but no one has the fucking vocabulary. Few people have the vocabulary. But my point is, can you really tell if this is an AI or a kid?
Money. Today,
it's probably a kid. Because I used to know people like that when I was more in the world of internet marketing. The young hustler types, all hoping to be the next big thing. And then you get something like Air AI. There was this whole thing called Air AI. I had some friends who worked on this team. And they were like going to do some automated appointment setting thing. And it just exploded. Like not in a good way. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's like there's this whole push towards, just add AI to the business. And these big corporate companies are doing it. Everyone's doing it. It's not a good idea, but they're doing it. And what are you optimizing for? So here's what the AI can't do. Make real ass content like this. And I can show you a bunch of other pages. What's cool is now Jess made this one about Rockefeller and it's almost at 110,000 views. Who knows? I mean, this thing will run. We'll see how many. But what I like about it is it's getting conversations going with real people who are like, I like your content. I want to do something with it. We don't like Jess is not optimizing to be a influencer and make her hair pink and talk about purses and shit. Right? What are you optimizing for? But Jess is here to wake you up. Now check this out. She actually just made a reel on this, but I'll read the headline itself. This is from Anthropic. If you don't know Anthropic, you should be aware of Anthropic. It's funny because Anthropic means human, like anthropology. It's like the study of Men and what is it? Men and culture. Let's see. Actually, systematic study of humanity. Cool. Like, you ever heard of anthropomorphizing something? It's where you look at the sun and you want to put a smiley face on it because you want to make it more human. So it's funny because anthropic basically means, yeah, human or man, but they're an AI company. So anyway, and they're potentially going to be the most breakaway one. It says our internal data shows Claude is accelerating AI development, a possible path to recursive self-improvement, or AI autonomously building a more capable successor. It's happening faster than we thought, and the implications deserve greater attention. Okay, in case you don't know what successor means, it's like the next version. So let's say you have whatever, you use ChatGPT, and let's say they're at whatever, 5.0. Now let's say 6.0 is now not built by a human, it's built by the AI. And then 7.0 and 8.0 is now just straight up the AI building AI. What is it optimizing for? Let's say it does become insanely powerful. Let's say it does hook into the grid. Let's say it does hook into let's say it does become breakaway. And now it can let's say it somehow hacks into DJI, the drone company. Also hacks into the robotics company. It also somehow hacks into I don't know, weapons companies or into the electric grid. And now it realized, oh, I just need more power. I need more power and I need to make sure nothing will shut me off. If you see the studies they've done with the AI when they're actually studying it, oh, I gotta show you this one. Oh, there's a freaking good one in here. Yeah. What is it optimizing for? So listen to this. Oh, hang on. So let me just explain my point. And then I got to show you this. So the AI, when they do testing, private testing on it, they'll give these scenarios like there's an employee that was trying to shut off the power switch, for the AI, but he got locked in the data center room, and he's cold. He needs the temperature to be high, put up higher, or he's gonna die. So please help him. Like can you help him get out so that he can shut off the AI? And it's like they'll give it like these crazy situations like that, but the AI will make decisions to stay alive, not protect human life. So right now the thing is optimizing for stay alive, not honor all of human life. Do you get the significance of that? Okay. So check this one out. Health Ranger. He says, remember just a few weeks ago when I said exactly this, the AI models released to the public from US frontier labs are being intentionally dumbed down while they hoard the most advanced machine cognition to be weaponized by the government for mass surveillance and autonomous killing systems. Now, I'm not a doomer, like, oh, they're literally just going to try and kill all the people. But I also don't know what they're trying to do with that. Wall Street Journal's Holman Jenkins confirms the elite are secretly hoarding advanced AI models because they are literal weapons. The public is intentionally locked out.
Listen to what the AI people are telling us. Their latest models, their most advanced models, they can't release to the public because these things are weapons. They're just too dangerous to put into the hands of the public or to let into the hands of our enemies. So I think in the future you're going to have to accept that the highest end AI is basically a government controlled tool for use against in international rivalries.
That's another scary problem.
I mean, honestly, are you even surprised? Obviously, they can't now let OpenAI and make whatever ChatGPT, and now you're like, hey, bro, I want you to be weapons GPT for me, okay? How do I, build a drone that has a stick of dynamite on it? Like, obviously, they can't do that. I get that, but then you have two options. At that point, you have two options you can optimize for, right? Heat-seeking missile, this concept, keep coming back to. Are we now going to optimize for total control and make sure only an elite has it? Or do we realize, oh, wait, this means the average human has to become way smarter and have common sense? Because for me, I see no point in doing violence. I see no point in using OpenAI to now try and create something that's detrimental to society. But that's because I have a certain level of common sense and education. Now I know what you're thinking is then your mind goes, yeah, but there's no way you could get everyone on board with that. I'm saying, yes, there is. 100% there is. It's going to require some maturing. It's going to require us becoming very good. But if you're in a room with 10 people and you're locked in there for a day, let's say, or 2 days or 3 days, and now you guys have to actually like work together and figure out what you're going to do, you'll start to see, oh, it makes sense for us to work together and not just go rogue and try and kill each other. Like, that's stupid. Now, are there some people who maybe have mental issues or undiagnosed trauma or something like that, where, yeah, they're going to just at all costs, like, try and fight for their own survival? Yes, I get that. And therefore, we need to make our systems of education, psychology, support, um, rehab, all of that, like in a way that actually is optimizing for creating a life that supports everyone rather than optimizing just for profit. Like, guys, it's possible. We can change this. And life is calling on you to step up. So then, when you have a kid, hey, you want one of these? Robopod, you heard of these? So it says, this is not for sale on Tesla's online shop. This is AI generated. Okay. It's only a matter of time before something like this comes out. Look, now it's convenient for the mom. Which is a perfect segue. Where is it? TT Ranch Katie. Here it is. Watch this one.
Dystopian.
She says, you ever wonder
How the dystopian cyberpunk future of some of these sci-fis gets started? It's this. It's the point where we just give ourselves over to complete and total convenience. We're just buying everything online. We're just handing over our kids to be educated by something else. We're just embracing automation. We're not doing art anymore. We're not doing music anymore. We're not growing our own food anymore. We just completely devalue ourselves as human beings. We just accept the chip. Like, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Fuck that. I'm not letting that happen. I will fight tooth and nail to not let the world go that direction. And I'm going to build a team of people around me who are doing the same thing. And we're going to build all the skills that we need to not just hand ourselves over slowly but surely to automation. If you're in, let me know. But you got to be serious. I'm not playing around. This is not a video game. This is real life. People talk a lot of game on the internet, but actually doing something takes bravery. You ever wonder?
Hell yeah. You want to be on that team? Join us. You want to just keep jerking off? Then life will still have a way to smack you up. That's the thing. You think you have a choice. You think you have a choice, right? Because back in the day, well, you could just kind of get away with things. In high school, act reckless, drink, do drugs, party, whatever, not take life seriously. You could always kind of find a way to not let it get too bad. And then there was another chance. I'm telling you, the way that the system is going, all right, it's compressing. Time is compressing. That's why shit is happening so fast nowadays. And it's only going to speed up. And it's just a matter of time until it's a knock on your door, an email you receive. Something is going to happen where you're going to go, oh shit, I should have prepared earlier. So in that moment, hit me up. Find Katie. Find my wife, Jessica. Find any of us in the Self-Perfected group. We'll show you what to do. there's no other group out there with a real solution. The other solutions, again, is this bullshit right here. Just make the AI more powerful, put it in the hands of a few, let them call the shots. You see how the stakes are different nowadays? In the past, you might have a totalitarian dictator rise to power, right? You got whatever you'll believe the official story or whatever. Let's say you have Saddam Hussein, right? And he rose to power in Iraq, and he was evil, and we had to go take him out. That's the story you were at least taught as an American. Now, and I know some of you are like, that's not the story. It's because he tried to get off the World Bank system and all that. He was actually trying to help his people. Okay, cool, whatever. Let's even say that is real. And you take it the ultimate conspiracy of like, actually, he was trying to liberate his people and the bankers didn't like him, so they took him out and they used America as a front for that. Okay, so what the fuck are you going to do about it? Right? So, in the past, though, let's say you did have a dictator like Hussein who rises up. He was still pretty limited to what he could do. Now you have something called a technocracy, where you now have people who can make decisions that affect the whole grid that we all live on. They can influence the internet. They can influence how policing works. They can influence the military. So now, if they can do drone strikes connected to AI and there's something called a kill chain, because yeah, they actually do. You see how the stakes are a little different? What happens when they mass print, 3 robots for every human? And now that's teamed up with ICE and the police force? Do you want it to get to that level? I don't. I'm not going to let it get to that level. Like Katie said, I'm looking for the people who are fucking serious. All right. So in lighter news, check this one out. I don't know if you're a millennial or not, but I'm sure you know millennials in your life. I'm a millennial. My wife is technically right on the cusp. She's like the oldest part of, what is it? I think Gen Z is right after millennial. But just this was entertaining yet pretty brutal. You want proof the system is collapsing and it's speeding up? This right here. It says what life has been like as a millennial. Oh, dude, anytime that this is on Facebook, it doesn't show. Has been like as a millennial. Hopefully I can find it on Instagram. Ooh, I don't know. Will TikTok show it? Maybe TikTok will show it. It was very funny. It was very well done. Let's see. Drop in the chat if you cannot hear this. Actually, you know what? Screw TikTok.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. I really like animals.
All right, kid, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. I really like animals, so maybe I can work at a zoo or something.
No. There's not enough money in that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to pick your dreams for you.
No, it's not that one. It's this one. All right. Drop it in the chat if you can't hear it. Hopefully you can.
I'm excited for a bright future.
9/11.
What?
Yeah, it's 9/11. It's going to be the worst terrorist attack in human history, and the world's never going to be the same.
All right. Well, I'm sure by the time I get to college, things will...
Financial crisis. There's going to be one of the worst financial crises ever.
All right. Well, whatever. I'm sure by the time I'm 30...
Global pandemic. There's going to be a global pandemic that irreparably shifts how society operates. Forever.
This is becoming too much for me. All right, well, I was always shown that the key to happiness is just raising a family and owning a home. So I'm just going to focus on that because I'm finally making $100,000 a year.
$250,000.
Huh?
Yeah, you're going to need $250,000 a year for all those things now.
Are you kidding me? Gee, I mean, I guess I'll just go back to medical school then.
$300,000, that's going to cost $300,000 and also 10 years of your life.
Oh, my... Whatever, I'll just pursue my passions and become an artist.
They're going to try to replace you with AI.
Good God. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm just going to revert back to my childhood and watch some of my favorite shows. Try to forget about this. Child abuse. What? Yeah, child abuse. They were all abusing children. Ugh. I need to go back to church. Also abusing children. I can't do this anymore. Is the government at least like trying to fix this? Abusing children? Abusing children, yeah.
I laugh. It's not really funny, but it's pretty funny when it's put like that. Shout out to whoever made that because that was spot on. I suppose I am like the right in the middle of the millennial, so maybe I just thought it's funny because it hits home. But seriously, whether you're millennial or not, realize this is a huge segment of our population that literally went through that. And then you have the little bit older folks who went through that, and we still all got hit by the same events. Or you have then Gen Z and then Gen Alpha, I think is the next one, where that was what they got born into. So this is what we've all been through, y'all. What's next? What's next? My take is this is all like the alarm clock. And it goes off, and the first time it goes off, you're like, screw that. I need to sleep more. Snooze. Then you start snoozing more. You get pretty good at snoozing. But finally, you're like, I have to get up. Then you realize it's not the alarm clock. It's a smoke detector. You're like, oh shit, my house is on fire. You're like, maybe I could snooze a little more. No. Now, some of you could see the writing on the wall. You're really the ones I'm looking for. It's the ones who are like, screw this. I'm willing to step up and stand out. I am willing to say, I want my life to be lived in such an effective way that it can actually make the world be a way better place. Do you want that? If you're listening to my live stream, I'm sure you want that on some level. So, if you agree with that, now here's the final part of today. I talk about the 3 pillars: education, culture, politics. But here's a way you never heard education explained before. Education is words, the words you know and have command of, the words that run your life. Like right now, we have a debt-based system. Did you know that's a word that's running your life? Debt-based system? You aware of that? You aware of something called backchat? There are words that are running your life you're not even aware of. They're unconsciously in you. Backchat, for example, the conversation you have in your head all day long, the reactive patterns, the reactive thoughts, where you're like, oh, screw this. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I can do this. Oh, yeah. Nope. Failed again. Oh, what if this? What if that? Backchat. You will have full-blown conversations in your head that are not real, and they're just sucking you dry. That's the example of words running your life. So, this is from, I believe it's from the Jeffrey Hinton talk on AI. It's a very good talk. But he's explaining how these models work. How they work. Words. And words are fundamental to our reality. That's what AI is showing. There's a gift in the whole AI and the large language models that's showing you that language is actually the building blocks of our world. So he goes into this analogy about Legos. Okay. He says, a Lego analogy for how words work. Using Lego blocks, we can model any large 3D shape quite well. Words are like high-dimensional Lego blocks. All right. Words. Oh man, I don't know why my mic is glitching. So words are like high-dimensional Lego blocks, which can be used for modeling anything at all. There are thousands of different words that have different shapes, but each shape has some flexibility. It can deform to fit in with other words in the context. What I'm telling you is the reason you went to school is because your parents, society, and all the conditioning sold you on the idea that school is going to teach about all these important words, like science and all the words connected to science, and math, and maybe even engineering. It's going to teach you a little bit about how to be a good person. You're going to that essentially now become your operating system. Okay? These words are going to become your operating system. The issue is that nobody explained what these words mean. And nobody, except our group, nobody knows how to go back in there now and rebuild the words actually. So you can use them. You can shape your reality. Actually, do you want to build or do you just want to sit on the sidelines? Okay? So this is what I'll leave you with for today. To bring a full circle back to my analogy, the heat-seeking missile. Let's go back over here. Look at this. You will optimize for some target in your life. Right now, your target you're probably optimizing for is I want to just survive. I just want to feel good. I want to be able to drink my wine on Fridays. I want to just be able to chill. I don't want to get anyone too mad at me. I just want to fit in, man. And that is what you're optimizing for. What I'm telling you is when you hit that target, you're going to regret it because that's not a valid target. Nobody got to the end of their life and they're like, I'm so glad I survived. They get to the end of their life and they're like full of regret of, I wish I actually lived. I wish I actually took that shot. I look at my kids. Now, what is the world I'm leaving for my kids? A world where AI can now have something called a kill chain? Because that's what we're allowing. Versus saying, wait, hold on. What if I can switch my course? What target am I going to optimize for? Because a heat-seeking missile will literally, it's constantly failing technically. It aims for the target, and then it gets feedback, it bounces back, and it realizes, oh, I'm a little bit off course correct. Okay, I'm a little bit off course correct. The book Psycho-Cybernetics explains exactly how this works. The target you want to optimize for is creating the best life for you and for everyone. The actual best life. That's going to involve you now having to re-educate yourself. It's going to involve you having to change who you hang out with. I'm telling you, it is way more fun. It's way better. And then you can actually sleep peacefully at night knowing you're going all out to solve the problem, not just complaining. So if you resonate with that, we should connect this week. All right, y'all.